Hello, I'm Louise Charman-James from Soul Signature. I wanted to talk to you today about how I became a sound and light channel, a light language channel, and why you would want to speak light language or channel it through your body, draw it, sign it. Why would you do that? Anyway, light language is a transmission of high frequency energy, and all of us have access to that. It's really the language of the heart and soul. It brings through transmissions of light codes, of information that your higher self knows what to use, knows what to do with. It is the language of your higher self, I guess. It can come from many different realms, galactic realms, earth elemental realms, angelic realms, but it always has this loving, powerful intention to connect you to more of yourself as source light, as divinity. It bypasses the conscious mind. The conscious mind doesn't understand it, which means that it can be received at a heart and soul level. And at that level, it can really help you to shift the things that don't serve you, which often are those limiting, critical aspects of the mind, but also past fears, grief, anger, experiences that you've had, or even your ancestral lines have had that are sitting there, and even the collective too, that are sitting there in your field. So it can come in and clear that. And what it'll also do is activate you to a higher level, help you to bring through more of your source light, your soul's full expression. So it's always received by your higher self and filtered, if you're receiving it from someone else, particularly filtered in a way that is in the highest for you. So no one's going to do anything to you with light language that isn't going to be in your highest good, because you're going to receive it in the way that is for your highest good. So the wonderful thing with light language is you can receive a transmission at one time in your life, and then you can come back maybe a month or so later, receive the same transmission, but you'll get more out of it because it's like an upgrade. So you receive what you're able to receive, and then you can receive more as you are able to expand and hold more light, basically. I mean, we're here to bring through that soul's light, express that here. I like to talk about your soul signature because that's something that I'm really engaged with, is helping people to really activate that unique geometry of light that is them, that unique vibration, and bring that through. So the way I was led to light language, I have always been a singer. I was always very much in love with singing, and I loved languages. I studied French and German at university. I always loved languages at school. I wanted to do all the languages that were on offer and was frustrated I couldn't do more. So I definitely vibed with that. Like, there was already a part of me that loved language, loved communicating in different languages, loved singing, loved using my voice, even though I was quite shy as a child, but I did always love the singing. And I had a twin sister, so we used to talk very fast together and over each other, and we could understand each other even if other people couldn't. So, and my daughter, even my young daughter, she will talk to me in light language. We just have these lovely exchanges. So it is something that's very can be very natural, but it wasn't something I really did throughout my life until I was probably in my 30s, and first I was involved with devotional chanting. That really spoke to me. I had some really big spiritual openings from chanting in Sanskrit, just not really knowing what was happening, but feeling my heart opening and my soul feeling like it had come home after traveling in the wilderness for thousands of years. So it was a sense of coming home. It was a sense of unconditional love and just feeling my heart just break open. So that was through the chanting. So a very powerful experience. And those ancient languages, of course, are light languages. They hold an energy. They have a frequency, and that frequency worked on me at an emotional, at a heart and soul level. And then after that, I used to attend meditation with these beautiful energy healers, and they sometimes use light language. And I gradually got led into training in healing, even though I didn't at the time. I had no idea that I was going to be an energy healer or a sound channel at all. But one teacher led to the next, and I found myself training to be a sound and light channel, and ending up with this process that I could work with clients, and that the energy would come out of my hands, it would come through my voice, and it would come through in all different types of languages. It would come through as tones, as beautiful song, as clicks, as really high pitched, fast staccato sound, or really earthy, guttural sounds, or yes, beautiful tones, loving tones. And even though I had a lot of personal issues to start with doing this really weird thing, to be honest, it was only me that had that judgment. All of the clients that came loved it, and they loved that I sang to them and put my hands on them and brought through all this amazing transmissions. And as I do that with clients, I see visually how their energy is stuck. I see how it moves. I receive guidance and affirmations. My hands will move. My body will move. I will. Yeah, and I feel as I feel, and I feel the energy coming through me and the sound coming through me. I often also feel that there are many other beings with me also supporting me. So we're like this choir doing this beautiful sound transmission, light transmission for this person to really shift their energy, to really empower them, to just set them free from everything that's been restricting them. And what I love about it is it works on so many dimensions. You're freeing yourself, through your ancestral lines, in other lifetimes, in all dimensions of your being. So it's a really empowering process that you reclaim so much of yourself. So that's something I do with private clients. I'm moving more into also working with groups now, and simply allowing myself to open up and bring through the language for whatever is required. And if you think of it, it is literally a transmission of energy, like a laser beam that you can direct towards anything in your life that needs some upgrading, needs some support. I use it to process my own emotions. I use it to help me enter a channeling state. Often I find I can start with the light language, and then I'll receive information. I can verbally channel afterwards, or write, or I'll see certain images. You don't always, it's not like there's always a direct translation, but quite often you have a sense of what it's about. And the more I've worked with it, the more I've found that I can see, and I'm told things, and I receive more understanding of it. But sometimes it's just a really full-on transmission, and it's just the energy, and it just comes, and I let my hands do what they need to do. You can also script it, so it comes through as different types of symbols, sacred geometries. It can look like mandalas, and that in itself also contains that frequency. So that can be embedded and encapsulated in an image or scripting that someone can look at and receive that same energy back. I'm bringing through a series of templates, 22 templates, which are to work with bringing light, grounding light through all the physical, mental, spiritual, emotional bodies, through the organs, through the glands, through the chakras. That is something that I've channeled as a visual template. It also has the scripting in it. It has a mantra that goes with it, which activates it. So there's so much richness here. There's so many ways that we can work with light language, and I am finding now that more and more people are finding that it's activating spontaneously in them, because it is a gift that we all have. It's a language we all speak, and for me, really, the process I can see, and it's been for myself, has just been getting over that fear of allowing it to come through, healing the aspects of you that are reluctant to do that, dealing with the mind, which always has, a critical opinion about it. I've learned to just, park my mind or give it a job to receive impressions as I'm doing the light language. And, it may still judge it as, what the hell are we doing here? But I've learned to just, put that part of me aside, because this is about bypassing the mind and clearing the beliefs, the limiting beliefs that the mind will keep us trapped in if we allow it to. So that's been my journey. And in 2018, I'm running a light language program, an opening to light language program, which for a long time I resisted any idea of teaching light language, because I feel it is something that we all have innately have an ability to do. But I got to see too that, you know, I have benefited from having a formal structure where I got to practice it. I got, you know, support to know how to connect and to my higher self, how to work with it safely with others. And what it mostly did was just hold a space for me to practice, for me to meet the parts of myself that were afraid of doing it, to just flex that muscle again and just get used to that, and to feel the effect on myself, to see the effect on others. And that is something that, you know, being held in a container of support where you can do all of that, explore that safely, and I feel is really important. So that's what I'm being guided to offer in 2018, probably starting around March 2018. So there's more information about that on my website, soulsignature.com.au. You might be watching this on the website. But thank you for listening. I wanted to just share my journey with you and to encourage you to really open to more of what wants to come through you. I'm very passionate about supporting people to express all of their authentic self, their authentic voice, not to hold anything inside. Like if you have that impulse, it wants to be birthed, it wants to come through you. And I always say this, you know, there is only one of you. There is only the unique vibration that you are. There's only one of you here. There's a reason you're here. You're here to hold that vibration. You're here to bring through an energy in the world that is needed, that is part of the whole. Yes, we're all one, but we're all in different voices in the choir, and it wouldn't be much of a choir if people weren't singing. So that's what I want to support you to do, for your soul to sing, and in whatever language it wants to sing in. And just by bringing that through and being ourselves and offering that vibration, we're being such a gift to the collective, to the planet at this time. So please get in touch. I do offer a half-hour discovery session over the phone. So please fill in the application on the form. It's on the private sessions page. Get in touch, give me a call. I would love to hear from you. It's wonderful to have more and more of a community of people, of light workers, of healers, of channels coming out now and really offering their work to benefit the world. So many blessings to you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.